So as people get older and everyone starts doing their own things, it becomes harder to get a family of 7 all together. So to have everyone here, I mean, it's truly special, in a day that, is important to me, what I work so hard for, it's truly, I won't ever forget it.
And how do you think you did out here today?
I thought I did well, there was one ball on the ground, so, obviously when I go out here, I'm trying to catch every ball, but, got to keep going after I missed the one pass and just, put the next one together. So I feel like I did a good job of showing what I can do, and, now it's just time to meet with some teams, feel like I can do good on the board as well.
How stressful is this situation? I mean, to be out here with your family, your coaches, and just all eyes on you, and this is like literally your dream is about a month away. How stressful?
I mean, it's super stressful, but I like to say it's good stress. It's a blessing to be in this position. So I wouldn't want it any other way. But I mean, I can't lie. This has been the most stressful 3 months of my life. So much is riding on, how you perform on a certain day. So you can wake up not feeling good that morning, and then what? That type of thing. So, I'm a competitor. I love doing this, and getting to that next level, like you said, is my dream. So, this is what it takes.
Garrett, there's a lot of talk that you could be a top 10 pick. How cool would that be? How cool would that be for you?
I mean, that would be cool. Just to have a team believe in me. I mean, period. Just to be in the draft and have a team take a chance on you would be a blessing. But top 10 obviously would mean a lot. So. I mean, I would, try to do everything I can to prove that I was, worthy of that pick for sure.
I'm going to get your impressions of the quarterbacks you were throwing to you. First, CJ. I mean, it's a nice practice for him.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, that was just like all the times with CJ. So, I mean, he puts that thing and drops it in there. I mean, it's truly special to watch. So, catching balls from him again, after coming from the combine and kind of not knowing what quarterbacks I was going to be throwing with, I mean, you feel it. So we had some good chemistry, Chris as well, and felt good to be out with the guys,
What about Cardell?
Yeah, earlier this week I caught with Cardell a few times, and he could sling it too. So, we just, ended up being CJ with us because just the comfortability and, that type of thing. We want to make sure we were all on the same note. Yeah, I mean, Cardell can sling it too. He's no exception to that.
You've now been through the process enough to know how hypercritical it is. How hypercritical were you going into today of yourself?
Yeah.
Talking to scouts, talking to other coaches, things you were trying to display today. How hypercritical was this?
I mean, very hypercritical. I can't say I completely know what that means, to be honest. What does that mean? Like very particular?
Minute flaws people are looking for to differentiate you between players. I'm sure you've done that too.
Exactly.
Yourself.
Yeah, exactly. So, I've seen all the receivers in the class. Just being the love I have for the game and that type of thing is I wanted to see everyone I was, who my competitors are, and I feel like what I showed today is what I had worked towards showing. So, when you come out here and work hard every day and put work in on the field and then go home all day and think about the game still, you want to make sure everything's perfect. So it's always a chase of perfection, and that's what I've been doing.
How did you watch the Rose Bowl?
Yeah, I was watching the game just like most people did from a room. Me and my girlfriend were watching the game. So I mean, it was something that honestly. It was a great game to watch. I mean, I hate watching games that I'm not playing in. I should be, but watching Jackson and CJ do their thing, it was awesome to watch.
When you watch that game and you realize that the next wave of Buckeye receivers is pretty good, before that game, obviously.
Pretty good.
But when you saw it, what struck you about what that could look like next year? Have 2 first-round picks out of this group, and
I mean, it's not. I don't think it's going to stop anytime soon. When you got Coach Hart, at the helm in the receiving room, and guys like Jackson and Marvin and Emeka, all building up the room and setting the example for the young guys. I mean, I don't see it stopping anytime soon. So, Jackson put on the show, Marvin put on the show, and I can't say I was surprised. Maybe to the extent they put on the show with 350 yards or whatever it was, but I mean, Jackson you're gonna have some 200 ones next year too. I'll bet on it. So, that boy's special. So is Marv. So are a lot of dudes in that room, and I don't see it stopping anytime soon.
Garrett, what's this experience been like? Is there a friendly competition with you and Chris?
Nah, it's not friendly competition. We both love each other. We both want to see each other, go to a team that we can succeed at, and be in the best scenario. So. It's kind of just embracing the process, putting that work in with each other, pushing each other. I'd say it's more of pushing each other than competition. But we're not too caught up in where we go. We just want to get in the right situation and make plays once we get there.
It went real good. I mean, coming out here with my guys, all my teammates I competed with last year, just to go out there, get them some time out there to get their work in, and I'm glad we did that.
Ask Garrett about this too. This is a hypercritical process where every flaw, every perceived flaw in the world you find out about in the process. What have you heard from people, and was that in your mind today? You wanted to prove something today, kind of based on what you've heard?
I just wanted to run routes inside and outside, I feel like I'm versatile, and I wanted to show the teams that. So it was just a mix in a lot of routes in my routine.
Is there, look, whether you or Chris, or whether you or Garrett go first, and it doesn't really, I know you're probably the competitive side who wants to be first.
Yeah, it don't matter, man. It don't matter. I've seen him work the past 3 years. He's seen me work, so we just go off each other. But at the end of the day, I want the best for him. If it's him first, it don't matter. I'm happy for him either way.
Is this obviously this is one of the most stressful processes any young person can go through when you're an athlete, to go through the scrutiny that you go through. Is today sort of a sense of relief to have this at least behind you?
Oh yeah, I mean, going into today, you want to see everybody perform at their best. So we got out here and have fun at the end of the day, and I'm glad we got it in today. So
How do you feel it did well?
I think I did good. Made some inside and outside routes. Showed I'm versatile and can run any route and fit in the offense. So I feel like I did good, and as long as my teammates.
Chris, Tyreek Hill was traded today while you were out here. What would you think about landing with Patrick Mahomes as your quarterback?
That would be huge. One of the best quarterbacks in the game already. So that would be huge to link up with him in Kansas City, and we'll see how it all plays out.
When you look at yourself and your positioning, how do you sell yourself to teams? You've had an incredible Ohio State career. They've seen you do a lot of things. They've seen you grow.
Yeah.
How have you kind of sold yourself to teams?
I don't really try to sell myself, just the person I am. The production and everything else speaks for itself, and the people around me in this building. So I know they go ask a lot of people about us, and I feel like I'm good all around. So
what's the advantage of having CJ as your quarterback here? The guy you've thrown with for now a couple of years. I mean, and then to put on this display.
That was huge. I mean, CJ is one of the best players in the country, so you can't go wrong with that, having him out there. And we got a little bit of chemistry, so we brought it out here today and performed well. So
you watched Justin do this last year, and he got to open some or impress people with just how far he could throw it, how much he could chuck it. Were you looking forward to that opportunity to unleash a couple?
Honestly, we didn't even plan it. The only thing we planned was the post and then that inside slot fade towards the end. But those scramble drills, we kind of came with it on the fly. So I think Chris would have got the one if he wasn't as tired. We was only two of them, so I understand. But the one with Garrett was pretty sweet, and I appreciate him letting me show off a little bit.
Was there a feeling like, oh man, this is the last time I'm gonna throw these guys?
Yeah, man. I don't get emotional, but I'm proud of them, man. Ever since I came in as a freshman, they always respected me as a man, treated me like I was going to be a ball player, like a real good ball player. So I appreciate them for that.
It's not like you don't have guys, Jackson and Marvin and all these other guys. So how excited are you?
Yeah, a place like this, man. I'm blessed enough just to be able to reload. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely blessed to have those another guys like Jackson and Marv and Mecca, Julian. Some of the young guys even looking good in spring practice. So.
Do you let yourself dream of a possibility that you could be throwing to CJ or to Garrett in the NFL one day?
Yeah, for sure. I think me and Garrett actually talked about it last night. I'm not gonna say exactly what we said, but we want to link up in the league for sure. But I mean, it's all up to God, and we're just gonna lean on Him.
When you think about the possibility this could be you for real next year or the year after, depending on what you decide to do, but it could be hypothetically as soon as next year. How do you think this helped you? How do you think this could benefit you, just from a comfort standpoint for next year?
It just shows me that I'm able to do this. I have a God-given talent. I think I was a little nervous at first, but after you let that first ball go, you back to doing what you did since a kid. So I think that'll just catapult me to next year and making me feel a lot more comfortable and better.
Well, it's weird because you're playing at Ohio Stadium, it's 100,000 people watching, scrutinizing, watching. But here, it's up close, and it's people who are in the business. How does that change things? Because you know who's watching.
Yeah.
How does it change things?
Honestly, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I play for one, man. I play for God. So honestly, it could be LeBron James in here. It could be, and I respect LeBron. It could be Kobe. It can be anybody. It can be Kevin Durant. I know I'm naming all these basketball players, but that's why I love basketball. But it can be anybody. I'm a servant to one. But honestly, it is when you turn around, they're writing on their little note papers. You're like, what are they writing? But honestly, and nothing you can do about it. You just gotta eat it and just accept the fact that what you did was what you did.
So you're looking at this like an audition or a practice next
for sure, yeah, you got to. I mean, I was excited. I damn near didn't sleep last night. I was excited just to come out here and have an opportunity. You know what I mean?
What was it like throwing with Cardell?
Cardell's an awesome dude, man. He's definitely big bro. I appreciate him for just letting me come out here with him and throw with him. So I think he'll have an opportunity to be able to play again, and I'm excited for him. I'm rooting for him.
You're hands-on in directing the passing part of this procedure. Walk me through that. What you want to display to help them show their best skill?
Yeah, I thought it was good that Coach Johnson and Coach Alford and we had a bunch of coaches out there helping out today, and I think that's good to try to help out with the guys and promote them and support them. But they did a great job. We put a script together early in the week for the passing portion of it, and I thought they had fun. We had some music out here. They were throwing and catching and smiling at a couple points because when you're in front of this many personnel, scouts and GMs and presidents, you can kind of get tightened a little bit. And so I don't think they did that, though. I thought they laughed, they had some fun, and it was good.
Because you've been on both sides of it, from the NFL perspective and from this perspective, are there specific things you want them to display that are valuable at that level? When you go to build that script, if you will, what do you want them to show?
I just want them to show what they're capable of. And I think when you get into these type of environments, I always say, they watch practice, they watch games, they watch some of the great games that these guys played in. They saw the national championship game, they saw the Rose Bowl. So these guys have enough to watch, but they actually get to see them work live and in color. And what you don't want to do is get tight and not enjoy yourself. And so they did that. They ran around, they caught, and I thought they showed what they can do, and that's the idea.
I also get a sense there's a healthy competition between Chris and Garrett about who goes first. But they also obviously they love each other. In reality, they'll both be delighted.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You appreciate the fact that they're still competitive even at this point.
Yeah, they were pulling for each other. They always pull for each other. They're very close, and that whole group is that way. But yeah, if you want to see the best come out of them, just start competing in anything they do, whether it's Friday night or Friday nights we do some things out here, a little basketball game. They're competing there. They compete in everything they do, and that's what makes them special.
For CJ, essentially this was a preview for what may be coming next year or the year after, and that opportunity is different when it's guys. He even said that a second ago. He said, they're always writing some on notepads. I wonder what they're writing.
Yeah.
It's different. How do you think this experience will help him for when it's really his time?
Just that you've done it before. It's like anything else. You have experience doing it, and that's pretty unique for him. And I told him just kind of enjoy it, have some fun, but that next time you're going to have at least a reference point to come back to, and that they're here to see you. And that's something I told all those guys. And just make sure you have that approach and don't overthink anything.
Last thing for you, I watched you go about the entire room today, it seemed like, and shake hands and talk to people, and a big part of your role, it seems, is that it's like the PR role of getting to know people from the league, even people you maybe don't know or maybe new to the league. How do you go about making that a priority on Pro Day with all the other things you got to do of making sure you're seeing people, talking to them, and establishing that relationship that they relate with Ohio State?
Well, this is an opportunity for us to put our best foot forward at Ohio State and just to show everybody what we have here and how professionally we do things. And we just want to do things in a first-class manner like we always do. And a big part of that is promoting our players. And that's something that our entire staff was out here doing today, and we take a lot of pride in.